Hello, this is Astro Breze, and today we are going to look at our weekly aspects for the week of, we always come in on Tuesday, so it is the 19th, and gosh, I have lots of notes here. I want to share a couple things with you. All right. Thought they were right here. They're under a pile of papers. So what we got, we are almost at the equinox. This is the weird month that it starts later. It's usually like right around the 21st, 21st. And this one is not till the 23rd. Got it. 23rd on Saturday. All right, so looky here. Interesting chart. Kind of it seems like everybody's kind of doing their own thing, you know. We do have our kind of an, so we got our Jupiter Mars energy here. So we've got a cardinal air making an aspect to a fixed earth. So you think, okay, nothing in common, fixed earth, cardinal air. And then there's positive and masculine, I should say masculine and feminine, outward, inward. So there's a nice little inconjunct happening with your energy to expand. It's kind of like maybe you're thinking you should go one way, and um, you're maybe self-doubt a little bit coming in. Maybe you know that your energies have a little bit of incongruency today, and you know right now while this is kind of moving through. Um, that's kind of a loud aspect there. The moon is right now moving in the part of the chart, and the next week it's going to be moving, finishing through Scorpio, kind of that investigative energy, and then it's going to move into nice happy Sag, and then it'll go through Capricorn and into Aquarius. So this will be this part of our chart. Look in your chart to see where that is, because you know the moon moves through each sign in about 2.5 days. So 2, 4, 6, 7, and a little bit, you know, you get not quite 3 signs, depending on where they start. So we got that part of the chart going on. You know, that's that end, the end of the chart before it kind of rolls around again. All right. So what do we got going on? Big thing, Mercury went direct last week. You know, now it was like hanging out there at 8 degrees. So it's been intense. Anything at around, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 degrees in the chart will be affected depending on what it is. But you'll get, you know, any host of those aspects. But now it's on the move. Mercury's on the move. It now moved into a different degree. We've got off of 8. Now we're at 9. And, you know, we've got anything in that degree range, you'll be affected. So it's moving back through the shadow territory. This is where it's been. It's been there, and we talked about that last week. That it's was it like around the 1st of next month, like a 4th or something of October, it'll be gaining new ground. Or no, I think it was right at the end of this month, like the 29th. And then Venus, it's moving through its shadow. It's already been there, you know, it's got to move through it, and then it'll be like beginning of October before it's in new territory. So still we have some time, you know, these inner planets, we have some time that they can you still can tend to stuff, you know, we can still tend to those mental activities, to those things that we want, and we got to still kind of work through some stuff before we get into new territory. You know what I wanted to do here, let's see, I want to add, let's see, hold on, I want to add in the outer planets. Let's do this one. Bear with me so we can see. Let's add in Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. All right. Okay, I just wanted to add those in for us. So, let's see. Sun is about, there we go. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, so Sun, you know, we've got Sun at Virgo, and at, you know, with the North Node, it's making it in conjunct to the North Node. So we might all have to make some adjustments because sun yourself, you might have to make some adjustments to how things are. To, these are nodes hit everybody. We all have to make some adjustments to things. I mean, we always do, but this, with the sun on the, with this Aries North node, where we're going, maybe it's like where you're going, you have to make, within yourself, you have to do some correction a little bit. Like if you're an airplane flying from New York to LA, maybe there's some big turbulence and stuff right in the middle of the country, and you got to move around it or go up or down or go left, so you got to make some adjustments. Or maybe it's you started out that way with some, you had to adjust, as you left New York, and now you got to get back on course. So that's what's happening with that. And then also, as the sun is moving, is opposing its annual opposition to Neptune, there could be, those are an opposite. Neptune is likened to be there, and it's going to, I think it's kind of the stronger place. Um, could add to a little disillusionment, a little foggy thinking. Maybe you're fooled. Maybe you're not quite sure or confused about something today. If so, if you got anything at those degrees or it's hitting on you, just wait till tomorrow. The sun will be past that. And then the sun will be making a trine over to Pluto. So you might get some dreams tonight on something, or the veil can get kind of thin, and sometimes you get glimpses of some other things. So this is very earthy. It's like with that sun yourself, trine Pluto depths, you might get, because you're having to make some adjustments. You might have to make some deep adjustments. You might have to deepen, or maybe you don't want to look at something. Maybe you don't want to admit something. Maybe you don't want to look behind the veil and see the truth. All kinds of variations of that. So that, just be hep to that. And, Pluto's going to bring that out. Oh, show. Kadoke. I think we burned that one today. Tomorrow, sun is be right there. That's what we've been just talking about. Sun right there. Tomorrow it will be on Pluto, making a trine over there. So that's kind of interesting. Might be a day to do some deep, dark shadow work, bring up some stuff to get rid of, physically or emotionally, depending on, if you have stuff at those degrees. Make use of that. Cleanse inside, do inner cleansing, time to do some, enemas, juice fasting, cleansing the inner temple. That's usually a good time to do it, when you get depthy things like that happening, different ways to regenerate and cleanse yourself. All right. What else we got going on here? Moon is making interesting aspects. Let's see, Wednesday, yeah, we got it moving into Sag. And then we have a void, of course, 6 in the morning to 10 in the morning Eastern, East Coast time. So there's about 4 hours. Maybe you could delay signing of anything unless you don't want it to go through. And you do it at that time. Oh, let me just sign here. Oh gosh, it got lost or something. Anyway, that's Wednesday, not a whole lot else happening. Thursday, the sun is making that nice trine. Well, we just passed it actually. It was kind of like late Wednesday into Thursday. We already talked about it. The trine to Pluto. We talked about that. See, everything's kind of doing its own thing. The moon's making aspects, of course, all kinds of stuff, but it does all the time. I kind of list it when it's really significant. Moon changes signs Friday. Moon goes into Capricorn. Moves into Capricorn at 4:20 p.m. Eastern, East Coast time. Just interesting to note. Funny how numbers work sometimes. What else happening Friday? Not a whole lot. You can see there's not a, things again are stretched out. But on Saturday, we got our equinox. We have on Saturday there. Yeah, Saturday. It's like 2:50 a.m. Let me go back in time a little bit. And it's, it's going to be different. It's, on the equator, you'll have it best. So let me just go back hours. What did I say, 2:50? Close enough. Let's go to 3 o'clock. Okay, so the equinox, the 23rd. Sun, you can see here at 0 Libra. I got it at 1 minute. There we go. Um, yeah, beginning of Libra, beginning of that season of others. The sun is starting in its fall. It's starting, I mean, it's in its opposite side, not its fall. It's starting in the northern hemisphere getting lesser, and in the southern hemisphere gaining more time, more daylight time, put that that way. So this is that time of year. This is, kind of that equal time, the closer you are to the equator. All right, let's get this back on days. So a time of adjustment also. This, we'll probably, we are seeing, like, I live in the deep south, and we are seeing a change in the way north. You've already been seeing it, the changes and the cooler temperatures, and we're just starting to get little cooler temperatures. So this definitely is as a change on the horizon. Monday, or so it should be Sunday. Come on. There it goes. Sometimes it goes fast. Okay, Sunday, there's a moon in conjunct Saturn. So kind of got, that's an interesting energy. In conjuncts, your quincunx, again, inharmonious. The moon right there, 1 degree Libra, is in a inharmonious degree with Saturn at 1 degree Pisces. They have nothing in common. So that can be a yucky kind of a day, or you might feel out of sorts because there's, Saturn is always a taskmaster and rules or dour, and the sun is, it's, the vital force. So the sun just went into, the its place, where it's not strong, it's fall, it's like uncomfortable in that area, and it's got to meet up with Saturn. It's like, oh crap, it's like you get, oh, it's just kind of tough energy. So anyway, if you've got anything near those, 1 degree, you might have a kind of a dour day, but remember, it will pass. Or use it to kind of maybe make friends with the dissolving properties of Saturn. Saturn at that 1 degree Pisces is very dissolving. It's just into that nebulousness. Maybe quieting the mind so you can go deeper inside might be a good day for that. And Monday, we've got a trine with Mercury and Jupiter. So where's Mercury? By the down here, 14 degrees, Earth sign there, Virgo, over to Jupiter. So Sunday might be a good introspective day before we really get going. It might be a good day of planning too, because we make use of this nice aspect with Mercury, going through that area of Virgo, replanning. Virgo's good at planning and getting things organized, and it's still being able to help Leo, that Leo energy that Virgo's still moving through, so it can lend itself. It's like, hey, um pat your hair down, it looks stupid, hang, it's like poking up. Or your eye makeup is like, dripping down on your face, just kind of wipe that spot down, that black spot underneath your eyes. Listen to that voice. Don't get mad at it. Don't get insulted. How dare you tell me my makeup is running on my face? Really watch those parts where we get sort of touchy like that. It's like, come on, dude. I'm telling you because it looks bad. Wipe that stuff off your eyes. Or your lipstick's bleeding in the corners. It's like in the corners it looks like, you're bleeding out your mouth. Stop, wipe that. So, or when you came from the bathroom and you stuffed your pants and everything in your pantyhose, come on. It's like, so listen to people telling you those things. That is Virgo telling you the truth about what you maybe don't want to hear. So use that wisely so that you can propel it, the next day. I mean, this is all not just to the day to the day. This is all this sort of time. It's sort of wishy-washy. But nonetheless, you can clear that stuff out, you listen, and then you make a much better presentation. So maybe Virgo goes, let me proofread it. Oh my God, look at all these mistakes. You've got things in all these tenses. You say my, and then you say I, and then you say our, and you say, it's like, I'm confused. So clean this up. So that is that energy. I don't mean to belabor it, but it's kind of like one of the biggest things we got going on. And it's when we get these sort of alignments, they're important to pay attention to move and propel in life. And there's so much to go on. That's why I like to do this weekly, because it gets confusing one thing to another, but I want to emphasize some of the things that are important. So this is one of them that I think is important. Now, coming up um, in another week or so, like at the end of this week, that I'm going to we'll go over it next week, but I just want to heads up. The full moon is going to be in Aries. All right, so that's going to be active, aggressive, impulsive, driven. And on that day, we're going to have Venus square Uranus. Now, that could be sudden things that aren't well, or something comes out of the blue, maybe money or financial issues. That's what I'm kind of seeing. And it's a full moon, and Venus rules finances, and it's a square, and Uranus is sudden or shocking. So I just want to put that out now. So I'm not into fear and all that, but sometimes, it's like I live in a coastal area, so I heed warnings, storm coming. Okay, you don't gotta tell me twice. So just that's all. And, we know astrology proves a lot of these things. So the full moon of this month on the 29th in Aries, which again is aggressive, driven, uh, Aries energy. Okay. And then we've got Venus, values, money in a square to Uranus, sudden. Square is challenge. Okay, so that's all I need to say. All right, thanks for listening, and we will talk more about all that next week. Talk to you then. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.